Hello and welcome to the Sports Pitch Podcast, the NRL, our second Galvin special, but this time it's for a different reason.
And I'm here this time.
Yeah,
Hello.
It's for the ending of the saga.
So we had a Tigers perspective on it. Now we have where he's going's perspective.
Yes.
Your guys.
This
Yes.
is
I don't know why I'm here.
you're here just for a non-biased opinion
Okay.
on everything we say.
Probably.
So if we say something out of line, reel us back in.
100%.
All right.
That's
So
what I'm
we're
here
gonna
to
do the one thing you hate today, Moe,
What's
It's
that?
and it's
glazed.
just talk about the dogs. So sorry you have to be here for
It,
that.
does, it does involve different parties of the comp too.
It
I
does.
have
of
been
course.
stitched up hard today.
All right, but anyway, for those who don't know, Lachlan Galvin has signed a 3.5 year with the Bulldogs, effective immediately. He will make or should make his debut against the Parramatta Eels in round 14.
Well, apparently it's effective immediately.
Yes,
There's a $180,000 transfer fee that has to be paid.
it's going to be paid.
I think that's what's holding off right now.
It's going to be paid.
No, it's
Oh, surely it's been paid, but there's that 12-day
Yeah,
cooling off
it's going to be
period.
paid. And well, honestly, well, so we heard whispers
yeah.
this was going to happen like last week.
Last Wednesday.
Yeah, was that all the day? Yeah, last Wednesday, and then it's literally snowballed into
Snowballed, it happened.
into this. Like, yeah, it's full on. It's done. It's wow.
Yeah. So a lot of rumors this year that are starting to come into the light. Started off in probably first or second round. Reed Miney's being shopped around.
Off season.
Feel Good reeled it back in and said that's just rumors.
Yeah, you can't. What I've learned from all these, sorry to cut you off, is you can't fucking trust Gus Gould on the
Well,
phone.
no one
love
does it
it.
better than him. No
Yeah,
one.
100%,
I love it. It's
It's
the
good.
best.
It's good for the club,
It's the best.
but fuck me, he can lie.
How did we just Galvin, which was so in the news, right? He's said no to the Tigers, $1 million+ contract. Said no to the Tigers everywhere. How didn't it get out that he was joining the Bulldogs? I love it.
And the reports that I'm assuming you heard the same thing from the same source, was that this meeting was made behind the scenes 6 weeks ago.
No, well, there was whispers
And
way
I
before last
believe
Wednesday.
that.
There was whispers way before
Yeah,
last.
there was whispers before Wednesday, but everyone had their money on Para.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because
even we did.
Does it not make
Yeah.
sense?
It does. It
Because
makes
it's
a lot
his
of
junior
sense.
club, his heart is there, even though they've done him dirty.
Yeah,
He
Timmy
still
grew up
loves the club.
supporting.
Yeah.
He's got a clear path. The 5/8 position is open,
Yeah.
and you get to partner Mitchell Moses.
Well, they got rid of. I'm assuming they got rid of Dylan Brown just to accommodate for him.
No,
No,
that happened before that. They didn't want to get rid of him.
Yeah, no. Well, it happened before that, but you
Yeah,
don't
they don't
know-
wanna get rid of
You don't
Dylan
know what
Brown.
happens in when managers talk.
Yeah, no, but they didn't have. They wanted to keep Dylan Brown, but 1.3 million reasons to leave. So
For him, yeah.
Yeah.
Not for them. They
oh,
get nothing out of it.
and they could have matched that. That's too much.
Well, you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
so
You wouldn't
there
even-
was,
100%.
like I was saying, there was rumors. They got reeled in. Now the best thing Feel Good knows how to do is to make the whispers sound like complete fibs.
Yeah,
He knows how to turn everything. If any manager knows how to change it to control the narrative against the media, it's Feel Good.
Yeah,
And honestly, what he's done for his side mentally,
well,
the way he's kept everyone in check and everyone on the same path, bro, it's beyond me, because for Galvin at the stature he's been at in the last few weeks and the news and everything about him, how Feel Good's kept this under wraps,
I don't know.
bro,
Yeah,
it
it's
just
crazy.
shows the power he has in media.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's always been number one at what he does.
Yeah.
There's no one better than him as a general manager or whatever that we've seen in our day and age, to be fair.
He's very good.
So it
You
doesn't,
see,
it doesn't surprise me that he has the ability, especially because he works in the media. So when he's on Channel 9, he's got the platform to make these things disappear.
Yeah.
All he has to do is come out and say, oh, no. He didn't even deny the claims that he's not going for Galvin. He
Not
said, we're
once.
sticking to our system for now and blah, blah, blah.
Not
He never said, we're not going for him.
Well, he said on the last episode, I think it was a Sunday footy show. I can't remember where I was. On Monday, No, it was yesterday. Yeah,
no, it's
Sunday.
100% footy.
No, Sunday. The
Oh, yeah,
Sunday footy show.
yeah.
He said that we weren't interested in Galvin because Galvin comes off contract not in 2026, 2027.
Yeah.
He goes, that's too far ahead for us to plan and sign him for then. He goes, but when it came to light that he's available immediately, we jumped in on it. I think that's bullshit.
Well, she has to say that for legal reasons.
Yeah, but I think that's
Because contractual
yes,
reasons.
of
Yeah,
course.
of course.
Yes.
Because then it
We were
fucks you.
after this kid.
Yeah, of course.
I think that's bullshit. I think, like you said, there was a meeting that happened a while ago. Galvin was not quitting the Tigers without knowing where he was going.
And we have been watching footy for far too long
Yeah.
to understand how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There's no way he was
like
quitting
DCE,
the
for
Tigers,
example.
knocking back $1 million
Yeah.
if he didn't know what his future held.
Oh, and I guarantee you, even though he's offered him 750, there's 100%
Yeah,
third
yeah,
party
yeah. Third
deals
party
under
deals,
the table.
100%.
That's another thing Gus Gould does the
100%.
best because he's got no one over.
I don't think that, but I understand what
You don't
No,
think there's
I don't
third party
think.
deals?
I don't think third party deals are the table.
I don't think
100%.
I don't think Good is overvaluing this player because
I think he was
at the end of the day, he's 19 years old
Yeah.
with the least amount of experience. He is not worth $1 million. He's not worth 750. I reckon 400
He's
grand
worth
of
750.
huh?
He's worth 750.
I reckon $400,000 of this 750 is based on potential, but his potential looks the ceiling. There's no ceiling with this kid. It looks like it's going to the stars.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
he's only 19. He's got room to develop. But
That's what I'm saying.
But in saying that, I promise you, there's third party deals. Even if it's not for him, the Dogs have third party deals 100%.
Yeah.
There's no one there that's signed for more than what's credit on 800, 850.
750.
Yeah, I think that our highest paid player is 800K.
And that's the reason you can sign these players. You can offer them low money, but 100%.
But also, you gotta
and
remember-
Tino was a big example of that.
Yeah, Laundries. Yeah.
We got Ryan Sutton's money,
Yeah.
600K, and who's the other fella?
Oluwapu now. He was on 550.
550.
He was on
So
massive money.
we had a lot of money get freed up by them too.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, look, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
because
We
you
forget-
don't have anyone that's on overs.
Yeah, but sorry to cut you off, but we'll forget we had Samani leave mid-season.
Because
So
the
we had
Bulldogs
Katoni
won the
Katoga
China
leave mid-season. We
Yeah.
had Josh Papalei,
Yeah.
and we were all saying on this podcast, who are they making room for? But now all that room doesn't need not that much money for Galvin, but clearly there's
Bigger plans in the
there's-
scope.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think third party deals 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's got a house
I'm sure.
somewhere. I think he's got a new car.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
He's got third party deals 100%.
because, if he was to test the open market, he's getting more than 750.
Yeah.
So
I think he's worth more than 750. With his potential, his age, and what he's showing now. Imagine him at 26, 27.
Yeah, well, like Carla said, it's based on potential.
Yeah, but
Because of what we've seen, you can see that he's got, like you said, no ceiling. He can reach the stars.
100%.
So
I think
you would sacrifice, you would throw that money.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do we reckon it's a good signing?
I reckon we're in no position to say whether it is or not.
We are.
I want to say if it's a good signing, but at what cost? Like, are we?
Let's not go there yet. Just, is it a good signing?
Yeah, or any team that signs him, it's a good signing. So yes,
I think it was a great signing.
What if you don't want to go with what's getting sacrificed and stuff like that?
no, he's just saying right now.
No,
is
no.
it a good signing?
Galvin to the
of course.
Bulldogs, no matter what's getting sacrificed.
Of course it is.
It's a great signing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where's the negative in it? Besides what you don't want to talk about.
We'll talk about it now.
Yeah.
At what cost?
What are the costs of Galvin coming to the Bulldogs? What are the repercussions? Like, we're flying, right? The teams are close behind us, but we're comfortably away from them,
Comfortably.
right? We've been probably the most consistent team. I want to say the best, but we're by far the most consistent team in the comp.
Yeah, well, fucking
Right.
9-2.
Yeah. At what cost does this Galvin signing?
Have we ever seen a team? This is gonna sound now. Like when we say it out loud, it's gonna sound so stupid. Have you ever seen a team coming first, comfortably, playing their best footy in 8 years?
Years.
The system, we see what it is, the character, the attitude, and then mid-season you want to drop your starting halfback and make a big signing like this. Now, can this cause problems? This has so much room for error, so much room. But not every team has Gus as the manager and Serrata as the coach. And that's why I say no matter what we do and how we do it, I'm not a professional. I'm just a supporter of the game, first of all, and of the Dogs. Let's see what they do.
I completely agree with you. I said on the chat straight away, in Gus and Serraldo we trust.
Well, yeah, I have no choice but to, because with what we've seen, you're signing utilities and use the first comfortably, like you said. But like he said, also fucking massive room for error, because Galvin, not only did he shit on one of the most immortals in one of the greats of the game, had no respect as a 19-year-old showing disrespect to Benji like that. Shows what type of character he's bringing to the club.
Yeah.
To be fair, and what did you lack most in the past years? Character and
Yeah, but
Culture.
now,
Culture.
looking back, those comments he made, I feel like they were all a sprinkle of Gus Gould behind it. Say this, say that.
Potentially.
No, you can't say that.
I that's what I think. I can say
that
whatever I
because
want.
if that's the monster you're going off, then Feel Good himself isn't bringing a good. That's not a good culture to be. You can't say that.
Gus Gould wants a culture. Every club he's been to, Gus Gould wants a culture where what I say goes.
Yes.
He's an authoritarian.
Yeah.
What I say goes.
And what
if
he
you don't
says
like it, see you
usually
later.
works, yeah.
For example, when he sacked Cleary at Penrith,
Yeah.
got in a yes man
Yeah.
in Griffin.
When he sacked Griffin, they were coming fourth.
Yes. Griffin didn't pay attention for him. See you later. This is all Gus Gould. It will not surprise me if Gus was behind it saying, say this, do this, say that.
I don't think so.
100%.
I don't think so
it's
either,
something he'll do.
but the culture that either way, it's not a great culture to bring to the club. If Gus is doing that and tarnishing someone's name, it's not a good culture to have at the club.
Yeah.
And if Galvin done it on his own accord, it's not a culture you want to bring to the club, especially when this culture has just redeveloped itself and you've seen what it's done for the Dogs. Because these blokes play for one another. They're not the most, they're not superstars. You have superstars spread across the field, but not all the way across the field.
Yeah.
But the culture brings them together like glue.
Yeah, we work on hard work, and that's why I'm happy with. He's not the highest paid player at the club.
But he's got an ego, and that's something you don't need.
Yeah, no, but sometimes you need an ego.
The best players in the comp have the biggest egos.
You need an ego in a comp sometimes.
No one had a bigger ego than Andrew Johns. A bigger ego. No one has a bigger ego than Cleary. You can
But
see it.
who has the ego now at the Dogs?
Most of us do. Because Stephen Crichton, Reid Marnie.
Reid Marnie has an ego.
But
for
Stephen
no
Crichton does
reason.
too.
Yeah, Crichton, within reason, he's the best centre in the game.
Within
But
reason.
you can't have too many egos. I feel like they're going to clash, especially with the guy that just came from Penrith. And
I don't think they'd bring him if they thought he wouldn't work.
well, why not?
I don't think they
Because
would
I
have brought him
think,
in.
first of all, look, we're not desperate to win because we're winning.
No, yeah, exactly.
We're
I
not
know
desperate
that.
for a superstar because we have the greatest centre in the game, arguably, if you want to say it.
Well, no, he is right now.
Okay. We haven't splurged money or splashed desperate money on him because there's teams out there willing to pay 1 million, 1.1 over 6-7 years.
Even Para offered him 850 or something.
That's what I'm saying. So what I think is if there was an atom weight of any doubt from Gus or Serrata, they would not sign this guy. If he was bringing in an atom weight of disrespect, disloyalty, or anything, any room for what's that word you just used? Like unrest in the team to bring anything like that, they weren't going to sign him. The system we've got going on now, it looks like the Penrith of from 2019 to 2020 to today.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like Gus is just fully mimicking what he built for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Because what we see at the Panthers, he built majority of those juniors.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like that's what he's bringing in now to the Bulldogs. This is the Panthers 2.0, but on a larger scale. Because right now, the players we've got at where we are much better than the players Panthers had at the time.
Yeah. Well, he got sacked. You got to remember, Gus Gould got sacked by Panthers before his work was starting to show
That's
off.
right.
they
Because
didn't give him
Cleary
time.
said he wouldn't come back unless he's gone.
Yeah. And
He's
then
a
they
bit
got
of
rid
a
of him.
tit for
But
tat.
yeah,
But
but
his system was already there.
yeah, the system was there, and when he came back a couple of years later, boom,
His juniors.
all this junior system and all these pathways that he'd set up
Started to flourish.
came through, and look at him now.
Leota, Critter, Luai,
All of them,
Cleary,
all of them, all of them, all of
Bizarre.
them.
5 of the players I just mentioned.
Yeah.
There's more. Just them 5 were from the hands of Gus Gould. But again, at what cost? That's
Yeah.
just my only
Well,
concern.
that's just scratching the surface at the what cost, because how many times we said if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, 100%.
He was sitting in first with a record of 9-2, due to and with a depleted side for a few of these games. So now, what does it sacrifice for you guys?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, but
because first of all, where do you start with? Where do you play him?
hello, we'll get there.
That's what I mean.
We'll get there.
No, but he's right.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's literally the next part we're going to talk about. But for now, I really did, and I said at the beginning of the year, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I said we need an X factor. We have no X factor. We really don't.
Yeah.
Besides Crichton.
Besides Crichton, but Crichton's a centre that's
He's
stuck
in the
on the
centre.
right.
He's not a halfback. He's not a fullback.
No, he's not someone
Crichton
who can
only
just
brings
go
his
anywhere.
X factor out when he needs to.
Yeah.
He's not all day,
No,
every
he's a
day.
Ferrari.
No, well, you
He's
need to
literally
get
bringing out when
him
you
the
need
ball. You need to get him the ball.
Yeah, when you need
Or
it.
he'll come in for that midfield kick. That's it, right? That he chases down and tries to put pressure or catch. Galvin is an X factor player. Galvin can grab the ball in the middle of the field and do something, create something out of nothing. We've seen it in a poor Tigers team last year, where he just grabbed the ball and makes something happen from absolutely nothing. And now we've got that at the Dogs. I think it was the one thing we were missing. Agreed or not?
I agree.
An X factor.
An X factor.
It's a valid point.
Okay.
Can I counter on that?
Go ahead.
So last year he had probably the best breakout season we've seen in Yonkers,
Long time,
right?
yeah.
This year he hasn't had his best year. Who's around him? Good players. Carousel's already
I
there.
don't think he's been that bad. This year.
Terrell, mate. Well, I don't reckon. No. Well, he's much worse than last year.
No. I want to say he's much worse.
It's not much worse, but
Not
But he
much worse,
doesn't
but
have-
he's nowhere near the
He
way
doesn't
he was
have
last year.
to pull his weight around as he did last
Okay,
year.
well, my concern is if Tigers look probably 60% better than last year, I would say.
Yeah, way better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Now he's going to a team that's even better. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's going to struggle to flourish
Yeah, but he
in a
doesn't-
good team. Because in a bad team, anyone can look good if you're the best player in that
But
team.
he doesn't
I was
need
going
to
to
do
say to add on to that, in a Tiger side where no one's doing anything besides Galvin, it's easy to look good.
Yes, but
That's what he's trying to tell
he
you.
doesn't need to be as good and as
As they needed him in Tigers.
at the Tigers, yeah.
So
Because he's just going to be another piece in our system.
Pick your moments and play
Yes,
your
100%.
footy.
But that's what an X factor
so
is.
what does that differentiate from what Toby Sexton's doing?
So that's much different.
No,
'Cause
well,
Sexton-
he's telling you pick your moments. If
I'll
you
tell
want
you
an
why.
X factor, an X factor is always an X factor.
Okay,
Every day of the week.
Go, you-
Let's go through it now, okay? Where does Matt Burton play?
For me,
Yeah.
he's a halfback.
Halfback.
Yeah, he'll be a
Seven?
halfback. He'll be in the 7. He won't be a halfback. He'll have the number 7. That's the better way of me saying
He'll be
it.
the halfback.
That's why he's about to break it down.
He'll be 7.
He'll be the 7.
Is that what you want?
I would
I think that's the best
We
thing.
just said we don't mind whatever happens.
Why wouldn't you develop Galvin as a 7?
I've said it before.
Oh, did you say Burton's going to play 7?
Yeah.
What did I ask? Did I say Burton or Galvin?
No, you said Burton will go 7.
Where's Ben?
Where's Galvin going to play?
Ah, that's okay.
Where's Galvin going to play?
Number 6.
6?
It has to be 7 for me.
Galvin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Galvin 7.
It has to be.
I said only 3 weeks ago when Billy was here that Galvin will play 7, and he's one of those players where he can transition to a
7.
halfback if he needed to.
Yeah.
But now that I'm saying it, you know what? Put him anywhere as long as it's in the halves. But it doesn't mean he's going to be a fully game managing 7.
No.
Because Hughes isn't a game managing 7 he's not a traditional half.
Yeah, Storms play the
So-
2 running halves.
Exactly.
We can copy that system
Yep.
when it comes to their halves. We're a completely different team. He's going to play 7.
You have to mold him into a 7.
Yeah.
Burden is easily the more dominant running
Yeah,
back.
100%.
I don't think Galvin will be 7.
Where do you think he'll play?
I don't think Serrata and Gus would want to chuck that responsibility straight away on him. I think they'll put that responsibility on Burton mentally. Galvin can play free footy for the start until they figure out what they're doing with Burton and Galvin. To
Okay,
do
so
it,
where's Galvin going to play?
in the halves?
5'8"?
Yeah.
Who's our halfback?
Burton.
Burton, okay. Where's Sexton go?
Gone. He's gone.
My theory
This
is
year.
yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah,
Reserve.
How do
my,
they- yeah, okay.
my theory is if they don't let him go, if they do let him go straight away, effective immediate to another team, whoever wants him, and then our halfback, our main ball player, can be Hayward from 13, just like Isaiah Yeo is used in the Panthers. Because when Cleary can't get the ball to his backs, guess who's there to fix it all? Isaiah Yeo.
Isaiah.
Well, my question is, you're getting rid of Reid Money, you know, or you
Yeah.
want it. So why
Money's
don't you just
gone.
put Hayward as the starting 9?
Hayward-
And you can put Sexton as 14.
Hayward is our 9.
You won't do that?
You know why?
Because he's defensively good.
Because Sexton's ain't going to come on.
Against Middles.
The only thing Sexton can come on and do is play like a halfback.
Half.
He's not going to run you the line the way Burton does.
And what we're going to do with Kurt Mann?
Yeah, you can't play with that. You can't play around with that.
No, I think as
Sexton, by the way, has already said he's
Well, yeah,
gone.
he wants to go. He wants to
yeah,
leave.
of course.
He's-
But as soon as I seen him not getting re-signed, I thought there was something brewing. I'm like, who are we getting in?
Well, yeah, no, that's when the Galvin rumor started.
Yeah, right. Because we didn't re-sign him, and Sexton's done nothing wrong.
they
At
started
all.
last
At
year.
If
all.
anything, he's getting better each week.
Yeah.
His kicking game is fucking a replica of Burden's at this point.
Yeah, he's a great
His
player.
shot kicking game is way better than Burton.
Yeah,
No, his,
short kicking,
his,
yeah.
his high kicks, like his
Yeah.
bombs.
His long range kicking is very good.
Yeah. He's gone, and
Sad to see, bro. Wallah.
it is sad. And we fucking love him. He came to us when we were dog shit.
Yeah.
Absolute
He
dog
last
shit.
year, he
Yeah.
turned the whole season around.
Turned us around because we started with, what's his name?
Hutchison,
Hutchison. I think we didn't get our first win until
round 12. Oh, no, first win.
Round 4.
No,
round 4.
our first win was round 2 against
It
Titans.
was round 2, that's right, yeah.
And then
But
He's
we
lost
didn't get
Yeah.
that ball rolling until round 12
Yeah,
when Sexton
he
joined
was
us
he was the main
to verse the
half.
Roosters.
Yeah.
Well,
Whoever it was. He
Whoever
was
it
the
was.
main half. He started playing for us and he absolutely killed it. Took it by the scruff of the neck, the
And it's
opportunity.
sad
he
because
got.
he's young. He's got so much room to
Against
grow.
But and then we've signed Galvin to replace him,
yep.
right? What do you reckon? Tell us. I want to hear your thoughts.
I hate it. It's like I hate the fact that you're doing that. You haven't showed loyalty to a guy that's turned your fucking season from what it was last year to what it became,
Yeah.
to what it ended and how it started this
All right,
year.
now I wanna have a bone to pick with you now, and I have a bone to pick. Everyone on the internet, everyone I'm seeing these comments, right? When we spoke about the Bulldogs' chances of winning the premiership,
Yeah.
what was your number one issue?
Sexton won't win you the premiership.
Thank you.
I did say that,
Yes.
and I stand by. This year he won't win you the premiership, but the way he's been going, he can possibly win you the premiership in the future if he keeps going the way he's going. If he's developing every week like he is,
Oh, of course.
But we're not.
but he is.
Yeah, but you got to
We don't have
understand,
room
right?
for ifs and buts because
And
Of course.
and we're in a premiership window right now.
right now we weren't meant to be.
No, we weren't,
This is
but
our
we are.
You know, this is our second year of rebuilding
No, it's
with Serrato. What do you mean?
with Serrato.
Serrato, yeah.
Yeah, with
Rebuild's been way
rebuilding.
longer.
I know, but as in with, I said to
Yeah, yeah.
I literally said with Serrato.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you paused, but
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Serrato.
Yeah.
Okay, our second year. I remember 2 years ago, Gus had a plan, and he mentioned 2025, 2026. You know, sorry, 2026, 2027. We're 3 years early. 2 years early.
2025, 80 fucking your math.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that we are 2 years off the mark because Gus said it's gonna. He told Serrato we're nowhere near premiership window. Now I think they didn't expect us to be this good. And Sexton, you keep saying he's good, and he is good. And I'll tell you right now, I'm calling it right now. Sexton's gonna be another Fogarty. He's gonna go to another team. He's gonna lead them to the finals, or he's gonna lead them
To the 8.
To the
Whoever he
8.
signs with.
He's going to be the halfback Fogarty is right now. He's going to shine later in his years and be the halfback that everyone needs. Your traditional half that does nothing wrong. Very rarely has a off game. But we're not looking at ifs and buts right now.
Yeah.
We need right now. You know, and you guys know NRL. When there's a window, take your fucking
You
opportunity.
gotta take it.
You have to. You have to. Of course you have to.
Just like with Sexton, they're saying there's a limit. We're not after people with limits anymore. We need someone that's potential is to the sky, to the stars. And I think Galvin is the right player for
Now
that.
again, listen. Now
Yes, but you did say as well, it could backfire.
yeah, so
There's
listen.
no room for error. If
No.
there's room for error, we are going to...
If we don't
Gus is
win
gonna
a
get shut on.
premiership within the next 4 years,
Yeah, that was a failure.
Then it would have
fail.
It would have backfired hard.
Complete fail and fucking apologies to Sexton.
Oh, you have to.
100%.
But what's that going to do for him?
Just
in that
like I
long
said,
run?
I don't care about him.
Why are you so worried about Sexton?
I
Because
care about
feel-
my
because he
team.
played no, I'm not worried about him. I just feel like he's been hard done by.
If it wins us a premiership, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
who
and,
it is.
and if I was in your position,
Yes,
I
that's what
wouldn't
I'm
either.
saying.
If it's going
If-
to be a premiership, then fuck
just
it.
like when what's his name? The mad scientist. What's his name?
Des Hasler.
Des Hasler. When Des Hasler was our coach, and he get all those back-ended contracts that we literally just got over. Last season was our first season where we could finally start signing players. If he won us a premiership, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Of course you would.
But he didn't.
He didn't.
We didn't win a comp.
But he got you.
He got us to 2 grand
Doesn't
finals, and it
matter.
was on the players.
Who cares?
And it was on the players, but we didn't
at
win.
that point, it's the players.
I
They're playing the
agree.
grand final.
Yes,
he got
I
you all the way
agree.
there.
But he didn't.
Yeah,
we didn't
but
win.
Still,
Twice.
No one
Yes, twice.
remembers what happens. You remember about what
The
shows-
winner.
Oh, yeah, the result is the only thing that matters.
Yes,
then, of course.
we didn't win. That's why I can't stand Hasler.
Makes sense.
The same thing happens here. If we don't win a competition in this window that we're in, I'll be so fucking upset.
I can see it happening too.
I'll be so upset.
Another thing is-
not winning
There's
the comp?
there's a world where you can both see it
100%.
because this experiment can backfire.
Yes, 100%. Now, fallout from this. Sexton gone. We already spoke about it, right? Reid Marnie.
Not a fallout.
That's
good.
not a
That's
fallout.
The best
We
thing. That's the best
knew.
thing that can happen to you.
So this,
But it's all breaking
yeah,
now.
but the media is
Everything's coming out
the
now.
way they're controlling the narrative is that Marnie's set to quit. Oh, sorry,
Sexton.
Sexton's set to quit.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
This
Sexton
isn't-
said to sing Bulldogs.
This isn't Sexton quitting. It's the Bulldogs and him mutually agreeing that they don't see him in the future plans. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely
I'll tell
nothing
you
wrong
why. When he was off contract with the Titans, no one wanted him.
No.
Bulldogs
Yeah,
gave him
no
the
one did.
opportunity. When we went
one
bad
did.
after 12 rounds, everyone said, what are we going to do? We shift Burden and move Crichton. No. Serrata said, no. We've got a halfback in the reserve grade playing out of his skin. Let's bring him in. Who was going to give Sexton that run?
Titans did.
Last year, before
Titans didn't, and no one else came
before
in for
round
him.
12, he was a fringe
No
player.
one.
After round 12, every team wants him. So you know what I reckon?
And he's gonna have heaps
I
of
reckon
suitors.
Sexton owes actually the Bulldogs a thank you, because they done him a service and he done them a much bigger service by taking us to the finals. But they done him a big
It's not a
service.
thank you, but it was a good. It was a fantastic relationship. It was a fantastic.
It's a two-way street.
And how much is
Exactly.
Sexton worth now? 700?
Sexton's gonna get-
750?
Sexton's gonna
At the
get
Titans,
biggest,
he gets 750.
He's getting the biggest pay packet of
Exactly.
his
Then stop feeling bad for him, because what Serrata done for him, I don't think many coaches would have given him a chance.
career. No other team gave him a chance.
Well, yeah, no one wanted to sign him.
He was
but
tossing
it's
up-
a two-way street. You just gave him the opportunity, and he gave his
he took
results.
us-
Yes,
the finals,
100%. He was tossing up going to the Bulldogs or going to England.
Which I see him doing for the Titans.
At what, 22
Yeah,
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's one. Reid Marnie gone.
that's the best thing you could have done. Because fuck me,
He was gone from...
It pisses me off.
I love Reid Marnie, but it's the exact same thing as Sexton.
No, it's not. You got to get rid of him.
If we want to win a comp, there's a player there that can be a much better option in hooker. Haywood.
Easily.
Haywood has to
I
be our
was
next hooker.
hoping Haywood went on the market. If the
Yeah,
Dragons
he's
didn't jump on him, I was going to go jump on
such a
fucking
good
Shane
player.
Flanagan's head.
Yeah, he's such a good player. So I'm happy that's happening, right? But again, Reid Marnie came to us in a shit time. And like, Doggies fans will never forget those seasons because we were
he'll be loved forever.
100%. He's going to be a cult hero. As much as other fans hated him, Doggies fans love Reid Marnie.
Well, yeah, everyone loves their grub.
Yeah, love him,
that's
right? There's word coming out that's saying Burton's moving to fullback.
That's fucking shit. That's
It's coming out.
If anything,
We've got to talk about
if
it.
anyone's going to go to fullback, it has to be Critter. And
Yeah,
Burton goes
they've
to
got
centre.
experiment it, but properly.
Yeah.
Stop this 1 games here, 1 game in Samoa, 1 game for Penrith. Now, we've seen Critter is not an out-and-out fullback.
No, he's not. But he can be.
You got the talk of him going to fullback, right? I don't, like you said, I think that if this shuffle does happen, you'll get Crichton moved to fullback, Tracy dropped,
Yeah.
Crichton moved to fullback, Sexton stays half,
Yeah.
Galvin plays 5'8",
100%.
Burton moves to the centres.
100%.
That's the only thing that makes sense there. If that's going to happen, if they want to drop...
Yeah, I don't even agree with that.
I don't agree with it either.
Never do I. But if there's going to be a shuffle, that's the only shuffle that can happen.
No.
No.
What do you mean?
No,
So-
it's a straight swap for Sexton.
Yeah, that's obvious. But if there's going to be a shuffle
Oh, yeah,
in the
yeah,
whole
okay,
team,
yeah.
that's the only logical
But Tracy's
answer.
done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
That's,
And-
yes, that's why I don't see it happening.
I think Tracy can win us a premiership.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Because
that
don't
at all.
forget, with the strike that we have in the middle, Tracy doesn't really have to do much.
Tracy's good. I love
He's
Tracy.
a similar. I'm not comparing him, so hold your horses. But this is similar to Edwards in his early years,
Edwards
where
was shit
Edwards
in
didn't
his
have to
early
do much. All he had to do was tackle hard and run hard. That's what we're seeing out of Tracy.
No, it's two different things.
We didn't see him run out the back and throw this cut out. He doesn't do that.
Yeah,
till
I
now.
know, but it's two different things. Tracy's a completely different player to Edwards.
100%.
Completely different play style, and Penrith played a different play style to us.
Yeah.
Right, they used that forward. The Isaiah Yeo ball playing was their main thing.
That goes back to my theory where Tracy doesn't move, Hayward becomes our ball player,
And Locke,
and or we've seen Kurt Mann ball play more than anyone
yeah,
this
but
year.
you
Well,
got
he's
to
a
remember,
halfback originally.
Kurt Mann's a 5'8".
So we've got Galvin in a 6, Burton 7, Hayward at 9, Kurt Mann at 13.
Yes, but Kurt Mann's going to stay on the bench. Kurt Mann is a utility player. Our 13 when he comes back is Jermaine Salmon, who's a 5'8".
They're all 5'8".
They're all 5'8".
Hayward,
literally.
5'8". Kurt Mann, 5'8".
Why are you saying
Salmon,
Jamin
5'8".
Simmons a 5'8"?
Jermaine Salmon will play that ball playing lock.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But whatever it is, it's going to be like that. I don't see Burton to fullback is crazy.
Burton's not moving out of the halves. It's the dumbest thing.
That's
His
ever.
biggest
crazy.
flaw is his defense, and no way he touches
It's
fullback.
crazy talk, right?
He's not a fullback gets found out very easily.
And then you got moving Crichton to fullback. Why would you touch him?
That's so that you're moving the
The best center in the game.
can arguably finish his career as the greatest center ever,
Yeah.
and you want to put him at.
You want to move him out of
his-
his position.
That's so. That's for me.
Where
That's
he's
dumb.
not like a Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah.
He's not like a
Well, if he goes
Gra-
fullback, he would have to be
Greg Inglis. Yeah, but he's not
because
like
he
that
can't touch the
player.
ball as many times.
100%.
And,
But he's not like those type of players.
But he's even with that, he's not the same as he used to be in Penrith. He's changed his style completely.
Yeah, completely.
Completely changed style.
Completely
so even if
different.
you move at fullback, it's gonna implode on itself.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time to get
Yeah,
involved.
to get back to what he was,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
But then I'll go back. If he does get shifted to fullback, again, I'll trust the coach and the club. we've seen Critter this year chase a lot of high balls more than he does in his recent years.
That's the only time he'll come.
And
into the
he's
middle.
been getting involved a bit in his ball playing.
Yeah.
So maybe the stars are aligning for him to play a fullback.
No, bro.
But you don't take out the greatest center,
The best centre right
the
now.
best center right now and put him at fullback.
No.
Because, we saw what happened with Latrell. His best position is fullback. He went to center. They got found that very quickly in fullback.
Yeah.
So you can't reshuffle for everyone.
No.
Tracy is good enough, I think.
The only four,
I completely agree.
the only four guy here is Sexton, and it has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. No matter whether people like it or hate it, whether they hate or he hates it or likes it, he's the four guy. It has to be
100%. It's a shit go, but I agree. He's not going to be there next year.
No, he's not. No way.
Tracy is.
Yes.
Why would you play with Tracy's position? And he's done nothing wrong. He's actually been very solid for us.
He is very solid, and we knew that from when he was at the Sharks.
Yeah. I was so happy. You wanted him at the Dragons.
And one thing that everyone's forgetting, especially people online, that Mitchell Woods isn't far off from a first grade.
That's what I wanted to bring up. What happens with him?
I'll tell you what happens. Now, Kurt Mann, could you bring up his age?
Kurtman's
It's
32.
no,
Kurt Mann.
31?
32.
Okay,
0 older than
31,
me.
32. How many years you got left, you reckon?
2.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay, the perfect time. Mitchell Woods slots in the 7. Galvin goes to 6. Burden goes to a ball playing lock at 13. Exactly what Panthers have in Isaiah Yeo. Even better.
That'll be beautiful.
I don't.
If Burden has a problem with... Now, I know you're probably thinking that might disrupt Burden's...
No, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
That'll be beautiful.
Yeah?
I don't hate it.
Okay. Well, Mitchell Woods has been... Mitchell Woods this, Mitchell Woods that. Not
But
just from the
you got to
Bulldogs.
remember as well, Galvin,
in the
Galvin can be shifted into a lock. You don't know what these
He
guys
can.
want to do.
What did Good say?
Yeah, I see him as
Not
a
a
lock.
coincidence.
In the rugby league world, Mitch Woods is highly praised. Juniors, everyone knows about him.
So what do you reckon of that theory?
I
Kurt Mann
like-
retires in 2 years. Woods
Or
to
just
7,
leaves. He's not
Burden
going to
to
get...
13.
Kurt Mann, whatever contract he's on now, that's his final contract with us.
Yeah.
He's not getting re-signed. You got to
He
just
just got
understand
re-signed,
it.
didn't he?
No. I think he's got
That was
one...
Curtis Moran.
I think he's got 1 year left on his
Curtis Moran.
contract. So I think 2027 he can leave.
Yeah, someone else.
Yeah. He's going and he's done his time and thank you very much. But this is rugby league.
Prime age to come back home, mate. His prime age.
We're Melbourne.
No, second home.
Can I ask you something, actually? I've got a bit of a bone to pick with your coach or your club. Why hasn't it ever come out once that you guys are chasing Galvin or any of these players? Do you guys have bigger plans?
We weren't chasing Galvin.
But like, who are you? I feel like, but isn't this what Dragons need right now? A halfback?
Of course.
Am I forgetting? Have you signed someone?
No.
Atkinson's coming
Atkinson,
as
yeah.
a 6.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like shift the but I'm actually confused. Did you ever speak to anyone and say, why are we making a play for Galvin?
No, I didn't. Because I assumed he was going to Parral, but that's me as a
Yeah.
fan. I don't know why the club didn't go for him. I'm assuming Shane Flanagan, which we have not done in years, is trying to develop the juniors.
Okay.
So
That
that's
player you
my
keep
only
bringing
theory.
up.
Huh?
That player, what's his name?
Yeah, Jonah Glover. If not him, there's another kid as well.
Yeah.
Named Cade Reed.
Yeah.
He fucking looks good too.
Okay.
So eventually, in a couple of years, one of these guys is gonna have to come through.
Okay.
I think
No,
that's
I
our
love
only
it. I love. You know when I see coaches invest in their juniors,
Juniors, yeah.
bro. Ricky Stewart is love for that. That's just the best thing to see.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we covered everything
I think we did.
with the Galvin
Yeah, well,
to the Bulldogs.
the only thing is now wait and see what happens.
Actually,
Exactly
you know what?
right.
If we lose to the Eels,
Mm.
I've got a question for you two.
Yeah,
Would that look very bad on the club?
100%.
Of course it will. Of course it would.
Nah.
If Galvin comes in, slots in, we're going to be favourites against the Eels. Galvin comes in, slots in a halfback, Sexton's dropped, and we lose.
That's fucking massive, bro.
That's a bad way to start.
It's horrible.
And what happens if we
And
lose?
we're going to be plastered all over the news.
And
And,
for-
there's nothing good can do about that.
and if we lose 2 games in a row,
Shut the gates. We're not making the 8.
No, it's the bigger basta is, Parra likes to step up for this game. This is the game.
against the player that just made him look like idiots, by the
You
way.
know what's the biggest
Well,
bust?
that's not what
If we drop out of the 8 and Tigers jump in.
Tigers.
Yeah.
I'll cut my ad off if you drop out of that and Tigers get in.
All this is happening, by the way, and Leo Thompson's still coming next year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Buzz mentioned in our F60 this cap of ours, but I think everyone just forgets we're making all these signings, but everyone forgets 7 of our signings last year were just fringe utility
Yeah, on
players.
bottom dollar.
But everyone
Let's
forgets
do a
that.
third party deal. I don't give a fuck what you-
Of course there is. And go hard.
Well,
If we can
no
get
one
away
knows
with it, get away with it.
Yeah, but
Just win us a comp.
A signing like Galvin, I reckon that would not go under.
That's
the
why
line.
I got asked
If
the
that
question.
If that does happen,
It
will
could
be-
expose you, and that's what happened to
But third
Melbourne.
party-
back
No,
It's
but
not
I got
illegal.
listen. I got asked the question.
No, it's not
They're like,
illegal.
if you win
It's
the
not
comp,
legal. How do you think Melbourne lost
It's
their
not
point?
illegal.
no,
It is
no.
illegal.
He's
As long
talking
as it's in
about
the realm of the salary cap.
under the table.
No, but third party deals are allowed.
Yes, I know.
He
But-
thinks they're not allowed.
No, there are third party deals. That are
Yes,
allowed.
when they're known.
They have to be disclosed.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's got to be approved by the NRL.
Undisclosed.
Okay, yeah.
They're definitely undisclosed.
No, listen. I got asked if you win a comp, but then you got caught, like it's out that you guys got cheated, like you guys cheated.
Yeah.
Would you take it? What a fucking stupid question. I'd take it. I'd run with it.
No, if the end of the year we win the comp and then we found out that there was a salary cap breach,
80.
no.
You're not gonna party?
I'll party.
You're not gonna celebrate?
I won't sleep for 3 weeks.
Exactly right. I don't give a fuck.
But that's the worst look we can get because then next year
Wallah, I don't care.
where we lose all our points. No,
Don't care.
Because what are you trying
Give
to
me a
manifest here?
comp.
Wallah, this bloke.
No,
That's a hard question to answer.
No, it's a dumb
no, it's not. It's
question.
not an easy
It is
question.
a dumb.
You'd be upset.
Of course, because then next year we're down. We can't get any points.
Cause you think I've been waiting for fucking 21 years to win a comp.
For everyone to say, oh, that's why he's want to grand final because salary breach. I want to win it. I want to win
Yeah,
it
well,
the honest way.
Wallah, fuck the honest way.
Hey, dickhead, you're one of those guys too. Every time someone mentions the Dragons Premiership, there's an asterisk next to that.
Yeah, but still, I don't
Suck
give
my
a
balls. Now,
I don't-
now,
don't
now
give
there's
a
no
fuck.
asterisk you fuck with.
There is an asterisk. You're the team that won it when Melbourne cheated.
That's not our problem.
Did they win it?
2010, yeah.
So I don't remember. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But there's an asterisk.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But now he's happy with his team.
no,
There's
no,
no
no,
asterisk.
asterisk.
no.
on
We're
that case.
cheating. You didn't cheat. You lost because you won because the cheating team wasn't there.
Exactly. So it has an asterisk.
It is an asterisk. It's always going to be the asterisk is there, even if you.
Is it actually?
Yeah, wallah. And then you have to look at the asterisk. It says Melbourne cheated. Got kicked out of the comp. Anyway,
I'll punch him in the face.
no.
He's
Listen,
happy to take it for the box, fucking
Moe. Listen, do you count that premiership?
Of course.
Then fuck me.
Every day of the week.
Thank you.
But we didn't cheat, so I have to count that Premiership. It's not my problem. Melbourne
If
done
they
what they
cheat,
done.
if they cheat, so Melbourne fans can't count that.
What?
All those premierships, Melbourne fans don't
That's
count.
up to them to decide. I didn't cheat, so I'm
If
not
the
in-
Dragons cheated and they won the comp, you wouldn't count it. Honest to God,
I don't.
you're off your dick.
It's a-
I'm
Hey,
asking someone who knows ball. Would you count it?
Fuck
Wallah,
me.
you'd count it.
You have to.
Wallah, you'd count
have
it.
to.
We were the best team that comp. I don't care if we
We didn't
cheated.
mention something.
Did the Sharks count it?
Yeah, of course. Everyone counts that.
Is the stars aligning for red money to go Cowboys?
Yeah, it really is.
You reckon?
Oh, Reece Robson
The
going for
rumours,
the-
the
Yeah,
rumours.
Reece
He's a
Robson.
Queenslander, by the way.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I think a lot of people would put their hand up for red money though.
There's a few.
And I reckon if he goes to Cowboys and plays the way he is, his spot in the Queensland goes much higher than
100%
he is at the
I
Bulldogs.
think the hooker role is highly like a lot of teams are after.
There
hookers.
are, yeah. They got the Knights. You got
He'll
Raiders.
get 500
Raiders have 17
easily.
hookers.
550.
Who's the Sharks hooker?
Brayley.
Sharks hookers, Brayley.
But he's always injured, no?
No, you're talking about Jaden
Is
Brayley.
that his brother?
Yeah, and he's gone Canberra from Newcastle. Yeah.
Blake Brayley. No, Blake Brayley Shark. Jaden
Whoever's
Brayley
the
Knights.
Knights one's going
Yeah.
Canberra.
Yeah, well,
So,
fuck
sorry,
it.
and then so Knights need a hooker. He's gonna have a lot of.
You know who
speed.
doesn't need a hooker? Raiders.
No, they don't. They've got 17 hookers, like I
Fuck
said.
me.
All right,
More hookers than Canterbury
I'm
Road.
just gonna end this by saying, whatever they do, whatever Gus does,
Sarah.
whatever Seraldo does, I trust it completely.
We have no.
Yeah, we forget he went there. Who's there?
What do you mean? I have no choice.
We have to back it because it's going to happen with
His
you.
mentor's
course, I'm not
there.
gonna be
His
upset.
mentor is there.
Yeah, Vela.
There is Luke Vela. There's a lot more good that can come out of this than bad, but the bad is very detrimental on us.
100%.
Very.
But saying that,
Oh, sorry, this is what I want to
Doggies
end with.
win the comp.
Does this make us premiership favourites? If it works out
This year?
this year,
No, still. I still see.
You got to see how you got to see things happen.
Yeah, I got to say things happen right now. If Melbourne fires, which they eventually will, they are 100% premiership contenders still.
are we in contendership now? But
Well, of course, he's already are,
yeah, that's
even
very
without
true.
him.
That's true.
This guy is fucking trying to feed his ego. I love it. I love it. He knows the answer. He just wants to hear you say it.
Because he knows I hate to admit shit.
Does this make us competition favourites?
100%.
Yeah, I think.
Favourites like number one.
I think if it works out, we're winning the comp.
Khalas, yeah.
If it works out, we're winning the comp. If it doesn't, shit. But there is.
I still think.
It can go both ways.
You know
It's so
what I
scary.
still think?
What?
Leo Thompson was a stupid signing. But anyways, bro, just end the podcast.
What?
I reckon very dumb signing. I don't rate it. Do you rate him?
Yeah, I do. He's a
I
good
don't
player.
rate him at all, bro. Yeah.
You wanted him.
because we need him.
Yeah.
We need him too.
He's really
I don't
We
rate
need a
him.
big boy.
I don't rate
We
Luke
We do
Thompson
need a
at
big
all.
boy.
Leo Thompson.
Leah Thompson, good player, bro. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed it. Everything we spoke about, comment section below. Let us know your thoughts about it. Description below, find our socials, TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you're following. Please like the video. Share and subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell. Stay notified every time we upload. Origin video will come out on Thursday. And we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.